Welcome everyone to the Nerd Nook. I'm your host Evan Teague. With like always is Noah Bailey. Now we haven't done a quote unquote regular podcast in a while, and that's mainly because I just kind of wanted to talk about other stuff, but also there wasn't really just one big story to really sink our teeth into at the beginning of the podcast. Like there's been a lot of stuff happening over the past month, but not really one thing to really kick it off with. Until a couple of days ago, well, this whole story kind of started about 2 weeks ago with uh, all the stuff happening with Doctor Strange 2. So originally, Doctor Strange 2 was announced at, I think, D23 or Comic Con, whichever one, last year, with Scott Dickerson returning as to direct it. It would be, they pitched it as like a horror movie esque thing that like would delve into different dimensions and like just like the only other hero we knew at the time would be involved was Scarlet Witch, which I think worked perfectly because they
magic.
Yeah, magic, sure, why not? Really delve into her like interdimensional abilities, which I think are are unnecessary, especially since that makes her essentially just a Phoenix Light, but whatever. It's fine. She's an X-Men. She could never, like, every X-Men just has bonkers power just because.
Right?
But then a couple weeks ago, Scott Dickerson left the project over creative differences with Marvel. So probably what happened was they decided somewhere along the line that they wanted to make it more so a just more generic Marvel movie and not more horror movie. And that was kind of apparent in the fact that like a lot of announcements came out about it where like Miss America, who's apparently from a different dimension, Namor, there's like it seemed like every single day there was a new random character who's gonna be in this movie. And like a lot of people are kind of wondering like is is it really a Doctor Strange movie anymore? Is it really gonna still be a horror movie? Like there's a lot of confusion about it, and clearly Scott Dickerson felt the same, so he left. So a couple of weeks went by, and now we know that Sam Rami is in talks to direct
it. It's like Spider-Man theme starts playing.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Okay. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Right? Since what, 2007?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3? Before.
Yeah. And like I have no doubt in my mind that a Sam Raimi Doctor Strange movie would be insane. Because if it does follow through with the horror theme, Sam Raimi got his start doing horror movies with the Evil Dead movies. I think he had a couple before that, but that was like his big breakout series. And also, apparently, Sam Raimi has been wanting to make a Doctor Strange movie since before Spider-Man came out.
Really?
Yeah. In interviews back in the mid-2000s, he was asked if there's one other Marvel movie you'd want to direct, what would it be? Doctor Strange. So
really, that was like back then.
He even like had a Doctor Strange name drop in Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, Stephen Strange. Yeah.
Or it was like, what should we call him? Doctor Strange. Good, but it's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Just like he knew. That's interesting. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he wants it. He's got it. And Doctor Strange is. I mean, this is the point where why not? Like the highest level.
I think this movie has so much potential. Like, obviously, Far From Home kind of teased the idea of different dimensions, but didn't actually go through with it because it was an illusion.
Which was smart because we knew this was coming.
But like the whole different dimensions was even mentioned as far back as Doctor Strange 1.
Right.
So, and it's just a comic book thing to have alternate dimensions. So, sure, why not? But also, like, this allows you to, like, seamlessly bring in other
Mhm.
Marvel heroes, maybe some X-Men or
Mhm.
Sony characters who aren't technically part of the MCU. Like, just be like, after the multiverse of madness is over, all the multiverses just kind of collide, like Crisis of Infinite Earth style.
Throw it
It's just
together,
yeah,
and
just
it's
one
just
Earth now.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just that's what it is. But when did
Venom's
mutants get
here
here?
now. X-Men are here now. They're just here now. Like they've always been here.
Here we go. Wait, it's never not been like that. Where
Yeah,
have you been? Like Doctor Strange is the only one who knows what it used to be like.
sure. And that also allows you to, like, actually have reasonable cameos for present and also past Avengers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you want to go to a different dimension where Captain America and Iron Man are still doing their thing, or even like have a scene where all the different Spider-Men are together just because.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
if
like
Sam Raimi's
oh,
doing it, why not bring Toby back for a cameo real quick?
they could just like even if he's not Spider Man, he could literally like Tom Holland be saying he's like, "Hey kid, you forgot this or something," and everyone would lose it. Like something so easy. Oh,
Yeah, like I do think it could be a little muddled considering um they are shoving a lot of different characters and ideas into this movie where it maybe doesn't really feel like a Doctor Strange movie anymore, but like people said the same thing about Civil War,
yeah.
and it's Civil War, so it's fine. It'll work.
Basically, Avengers 2.5.
Like, it honestly, it probably should have been called Avengers Civil War, but like, it at its core, it does still keep the feel of a Captain America movie. So I think
Right.
also Kevin Feige was apparently executive producer on the Spider-Man movies that Sam Raimi made, so they already have been working together for a while now.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he's been around. Like, he produced the Spider-Man movies, the X-Men movies. I don't know if he did the Fantastic Four, but he also executive produced the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Like, he's
Interesting.
just everything Marvel. He's just there.
Had his name on it somewhere. That's actually, I mean, that makes sense.
Literally, X3 Last Stand was the movie that made him want to start the MCU, because like, I want a movie universe to be the opposite of this.
I'm going to start my own, and we're not going to do that. And they haven't.
Mm,
They almost did. But a couple times, but it's okay.
yeah. Yeah, I think they said the production for that movie is starting like sometime in the summer. So that gives Sam Raimi about 6 months to write the script and whatnot. Like, I think the script was already made. They might either like tweak that or just use that as a base or just make their new one. Just
Mm,
honestly, they need to delay it. Go for it. Like,
we'll be all right. We got other stuff to watch.
which actually, speaking of which, I compiled, or someone on Twitter graciously compiled a list of all of the superhero movies coming out in 2021. So actually, this is yeah, okay. So in February 12th, Shang-Chi. On May 7th, Doctor Strange 2. June 25th, The Batman. July 16th, Spider-Man 3. August 8th, The Suicide Squad. Um, on October 8th, the movie we'll get back to in just a second. On November 5th, Thor Love and Thunder. And apparently
Yeah.
Black Adam is actually still happening in December of that year.
Really? Is it
Yeah.
with Dwayne Johnson?
Well, yeah.
Because I know that
apparently.
was a thing for forever.
It's been a thing since 2009. He's been
Right?
technically cast as Black Adam since 2009.
Over 10 years now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. That's at least 8 superhero movies we know of right now coming out in that year, which is
A
insane.
lot. But
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's superhero movies. That's the thing right now.
Venom is Venom 2 coming out this year or next year?
I
I
think
hope it's
this
never,
year.
but like
I, I think it's like at the end of this year. I mean,
I could I could see that being a December movie, considering just how big the
it
first
is
one was for some reason.
October 2nd this year.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because the last one was October. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to make
weird
it.
how Venom 2 and Morbius are both coming out like months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, yeah, kind of speaking on that, that other uh, Mar- superhero movie coming out in October 2021 is another untitled Marvel Sony Spider-Man universe movie collaboration thingy. There's a lot of speculation. It could be Spider-Woman. It could be Kraven the Hunter. It could be a Green
Mm.
Goblin origin movie where we haven't gotten him
Please,
yet.
please. I would be so happy about that.
I don't
Like,
necessarily love all these movies about villains, but like
I don't, but
I think a Green Goblin movie potentially has potential. Spider Woman definitely has potential.
mm-hmm.
Um, I don't. I think Craven would work better as the villain in Spider-Man 3, which comes out before this, so I don't think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cool how like the the contract is apparently so loose that they can, because originally the contract was apparently they're making Spider-Man 3 and then he'll appear in one other Marvel movie at some point. Apparently they're expanding that to be like Sony and Marvel are going to work together on other stuff too. So,
Hmm.
which is interesting to say the least.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm not too like you said. I'm not too into the whole Sony like villain movies thing. I feel like that's doing a lot, and they're not really that. Well, at least from Venom, it wasn't really that good. It
Yeah,
was okay, but
it was a 5.
yeah, yeah, it was. Like, so which again, not awful, but like would I see it again? And probably not.
I've seen it twice. I've never seen it, and I've seen it. No, no, I've seen it at least 40 times because every single time I start up YouTube, at least like 4 times a day, I'll get a ad for stars, and it's either Equalizer 2 or the end scene from Venom. It's like the payment's due, Chen. I can't keep doing this. Like every single time I open up YouTube, it's that scene.
Interesting.
I've seen that scene at least 40 times.
I forget movie ads for my YouTube. My YouTube trailers are just like,
Grammarly and Honey and all.
yes, like Grammarly or like
Literally quote the Grammarly ad from memory at this
oh my
point.
god. If you write anything online, you need to get Grammarly. Like, yeah, like I get it. Like,
Or an email to his boss, Anita, with Grammarly
yeah,
sound. Like,
oh
shut
my gosh.
up.
Or oh my gosh. I remember at one point, I was closing and reopening the same video and still getting the same ad. And it's the 30-second ads with no skip, man. That is evil. I don't
Just
know who
plain
designed
rude.
that. They need to stop. That was very uncalled for.
Like you'd rather reload it as many times as you can to not just to get a skippable ad than watch
Right?
maybe take more than 30 seconds, just do that and watch the
I
whole
was gonna
ad.
say, it would take me like 45 seconds to do that, but it's the principle. At that point, it's not about the time. It's about the fact that I had to waste it anyway. Ugh, disgusting.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe Venom 2 will be better. That has to be, honestly. But yeah, that Morbius trailer, not feeling it.
I don't really care. I just didn't really care. And they're like, oh, that poster looks like it's from Spider-Man, but also they've got Michael Keaton, so it's also in the MCU. I'm like,
Forgot about that
or
part. It, yeah,
I mean, are they doing that? Is that happening? Is that a thing?
weird that that poster is straight out of a screenshot from the Spider-Man PS4 game. That's odd. It might just be a placeholder pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Michael Keaton thing. That's I mean, you could argue in a different alternate dimension, in every dimension, He just is Vulture, and he also went to jail. Whether Spider-Man put him there or not, he's in jail now. Like, it's not that hard to just kind of piece that together. I don't know.
Yeah,
I almost guarantee, I almost guarantee the 2 seconds we saw Michael Keaton in that trailer, that's all he'll show up. That's it.
probably,
He got paid like
probably.
$10 million for 2 seconds of the
Yep. It's like Brad Pitt and Deadpool too. Got like didn't we like look it up? He got like $300 for like half a second on screen.
movie. With 500 and a cup of coffee, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like he wasn't even. He had no lines. He was only in. You could only see. I didn't even know it was him the first time. I had to like pause it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wish
Mm.
that was a book bag the whole time. A parachute, not a book bag.
It,
Like, oh, he's real.
would it have been funnier if it was just the bag?
I I don't think so because I think I was. I think you were expecting it to be just the parachute,
Uh,
and then it's like the
the
fact at the
stunt.
last second, you realize it wasn't. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
That was so funny. So, I remember watching it, I was like, guys, it's just, oh my god, it's real. Like, and my friend's like, yeah, it was Brad Pitt. Oh my gosh. And the credits. I
I
was
love how
right.
Juggernaut is like Juggernaut as himself, even though it was Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds doing it. It was as himself. Like what? Why?
Wait, okay. That was a good movie.
Yeah, yeah. I liked it.
Is Deadpool 3 scheduled for anytime soon?
For 2022, I think. Still rated R. So,
Good. That's all that really matters.
or at least I don't actually. I'll retract that. I don't think it's been confirmed it's rated R, but everyone involved said they're interested in it being rated R. If
Good.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it hasn't officially been made because they're not that far in to like have a rating. 'Cause they haven't like done anything yet. But
We still like storyboarding and whatnot.
yeah, but that was good because I want because like not that I think rated R, but I think that's kind of its thing.
Mm. Yeah, there are definitely certain movies that need to be a certain way in order to actually be good. Venom,
Right.
for example, should have been rated R. Would have been a way better movie.
This is true. Actually, rip people's heads off and see it. They're just dark corners of guess he's dead because there's no light on him anymore. But
we saw him bite people's heads off screen twice, but it's fine. No blood or anything.
yeah, which right to myself, that's a lot of blood. It's like I've played Mortal Kombat. I know how much blood comes out if you take someone's head off. Supposedly.
um, but yeah, Morbius. I'm just
He looked kind of
a
gross too.
yeah a. I don't know why this movie's being made in the first place. Two, I don't know why this movie's being made next. Of all the Spider-Man villains Sony has at their disposal, why Morbius now?
Like if this was during like the Twilight phase, I could kind of see it, but that was so long ago.
Or even after they nail down the Sony Disney Spider-Man rights and like
Mm-hmm.
have Blade well established in the universe,
Ooh,
like that would make sense.
that would be actually really cool, right? Because that's how they did it, and like even in the cartoon, that's how they did it. They just have Morbius for no reason. It was like Morbius, okay, and Blade, and it's like, oh, that makes sense. We have a vampire and a vampire hunter character. We should put those together.
But no, it looks like the villain of this movie is just going to be another vampire guy. Like I don't want that. We already did that with Venom.
No, it wasn't really good.
One of the lamest
I was
in
just
the movie CG fights ever.
I was just confused. I was just like, I I think he's winning. Like I don't really know because they can just move around and regenerate anyway. So like,
Literally, the director of that movie, when pitching who the villain should be, he picked Riot because Riot, and I quote, is just a bigger, grayer version of Venom, and that's what people like. Are you
Do
kidding me?
they? Do they? I
We've
mean,
had
I would
enough
have.
big gray villains.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I would have liked it more if the villain was just like the government, like, or like,
It's like a different color, like even like purple, or I don't know.
or do Carnage, which is actually a thing. Which I know they're probably gonna do with Venom too, but like, you could have just done it for the first one. No one would have been mad.
That scene might be the worst after credit scene in Marvel, any Marvel movie ever.
That was
Like,
funny.
way to be subtle, Woody Harrelson.
Hey, just in case you don't know who I am.
Madge. Like, okay.
Ooh, like, oh, it's like for those who haven't seen the cartoon, it's like, oh, look at you. Like, I get it. Like, we know who you are.
Yeah,
I've played.
hopefully they can knock that down. Uh, actually have the Sony Disney actually work it out where they can, because I know Kevin Feige said a thing where like Spider-Man is the one Marvel hero who has the unique power to jump between different dimensions, or jump between different uh like universes. So like theoretically him showing up in Morbius or whatever could make sense if they do it well. They're not gonna.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, how would they do that well? Because I
Or
feel like it's
more likely is it'd be better if they bring the Sony Spidey verse stuff over into the MCU. But again, you can't.
easier.
But Venom's already established there, so with no connection to Spider-Man at all, so it's not gonna.
Wouldn't be good.
No.
Which I think that's what they're probably gonna do for like. Well, I don't know. There might be the Sinister Six for this new Spider-Man. I don't know, but like, I don't know. How do you think Venom would work for this Spider? Because this Spider-Man's much more like tech savvy. So would that work still?
It could be a thing where like, I mean, this might be a little close to Ultron, but it could be a thing where like, assuming they just ignore the Venom movie and actually have the symbiote in the MCU,
Right.
the symbiote attaches on to the Iron Spider suit, and like Edith kind of either like the symbiote kind of like absorbs a bit of Edith and kind of, or sorry, Karen. No,
No, Edith, you were right.
no, Edith has the glasses. What's the name of the suit? Like AI.
Karen, but I don't think he uses Karen anymore. I
Right,
mean,
that was
Karen was
the
an
old one.
old
Yeah, that
suit,
was from
which he
Homecoming.
doesn't use anymore for the new suit, which, as far as we know, doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah, I'm assuming it would still have some kind of AI, whatever. Like
Probably.
essentially, the Venom symbiote would absorb some, like a part of the AI, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel people would be mad at that because there's another villain who's like influenced by Iron Man or whatever, which is just kind of how this universe is. Get
Yeah,
over
I mean, he's
it.
got a lot of enemies.
Mm, yeah, it could work.
Yeah, or he just takes over the suit, and then he has to like use an old suit or like
That's
his
also,
homemade suit. Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be kind of interesting.
Like imagine a Venom Iron Spider suit. That'd be dope.
Terrifying.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't have enough to work with already.
Yeah. So it could work. I just don't trust Sony to do it well. I trust Kevin Feige to do it at least decently. But if the deal makes it so that they have to bring the movies already made into the MCU, then whatever, they'll figure it
uh,
out.
why though? They're just there. But no, well.
Yeah. Oh well. Um. Okay. So a lot of Disney Plus stuff was mentioned like throughout the last couple of weeks. At the Super Bowl, we got our first small
Mm,
look at Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision, and actually a little
mm-hmm,
bit of Loki too.
mm.
So
Okay, so I don't know if I was just dumb and missed. Okay, so WandaVision, is that like the idea that Wanda's like made her own reality with Vision in it? Is that like kind of the premise? that
Probably
people
because
are assuming.
I
'Cause
mean
that's what.
her powers come from the Mind Stone anyway, so their minds are linked in a way that like is more than just love.
Mhm.
Like literally, a part of him is in her essentially.
That's
Um,
wild.
so probably like it delves into like her sadness over Vision being gone, and like she does develop this entire reality where he's still alive, but like it's not exactly. It's kind of like in flux, where like
Hmm.
I really like the idea of it, like jumping between different sitcom eras. Like, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
that was really cool.
Mm.
And we got the comic accurate suit, which was interesting. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks dumb.
It
Like I've
does,
never liked that suit.
but it's the thought that counts.
She's only gonna be there for like one episode, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. She's not gonna wear it the whole time. It's just for one part.
Apparently, Elizabeth Olsen like said to Kevin Feige or someone important is like I will play Scarlet Witch if I can wear anything but that outfit. I don't want to wear that
We'll
outfit.
just put you in regular clothes and like a red jacket. It'll be fine.
You don't need to have the accent either. Like, thanks.
Yeah, they just dropped that after one movie. That was great. No one noticed. She just that thick Sokovian accent will just.
I just really hope that at some point during the series, Diedro is mentioned at least once. At
Do I
least once.
know?
Quicksilver, is that his name?
Oh
Diedro?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At least one time. Like he
Yeah, they
hasn't
kind of
been
just
mentioned, even like hinted at since Age of
got
Ultron.
no statue, no memorial. It was just he dead. That's it. And I'm
Yep.
like, bruh, like,
Even
oh
in Endgame, you're allowed to mention X-Men now because you've owned them. You didn't even like not even like a passing thought of his existence. No, okay,
that's
whatever.
rough. I remember that was one of our theories that they were like somehow bring him back
Oh,
or something. He would like come back or something. Which
yeah, the snap was that powerful. Literally, anyone who died in the MCU just came back. But
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean that wouldn't make sense because it was like specifically Thanos related death.
hmm.
But like that. But if he had to come running out of a portal, that would have been kind of cool.
Because why not?
What? You didn't see that's coming? Like, ah, he said it. Like,
He said it. Why not?
he said the
And then he
thing.
dies again.
Yeah. Gets wasted by Thanos.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
want him to
god.
at least be mentioned once. Like she's creating her own reality where Vision's back. So why not have him like in at least like a scene or two, please,
Even just in the background.
or even just like a picture or something.
Yeah, something. Like, just don't worry. Like, I know you read out the accent, but don't write out your brother too.
Like she was devastated when he died, and the fact that like
Hmm.
they seem to have all obviously they're twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have a link stronger than most siblings do, and her having psychic powers make that even stronger. So not being mentioned or any ramifications of that sense is a little annoying. But I think that they have a strong chance to fix that here. So,
I don't think so.
and yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier just looks
Looks good.
yeah. I like the idea of the government still not liking Captain America and being like, yeah, you gave the shield to these two fugitives. No, we're gonna make our own.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
That's the most America thing ever, though. Somebody they would totally do something like that.
Mhm.
Like, this is our Captain America, and like hype him up and everything. And just like, bruh, he literally gave me the shield. Like, come on, man. Like, I get Bucky because like Winter Soldier stuff, but like, come on,
What if he stole a wingsuit? Who cares?
right? Or bird costume as it was listed. He said that's not cool.
Right,
It
right.
was so dirty.
But yeah, I love how Baron Zemo's coming back. I felt like he
Mm-hmm.
he was a very pivotal character in the MCU up to this point, but they easily could do more with him, and I love how
Right.
they are.
Right. And he specifically did not die. Like you remember, he didn't die. So like, And that's the thing I think people forget because it seems like he seems like the kind of character that would get killed at the end of the movie.
Self, and then Black Panther adopted. But
Right. Which we'll see if that was a good idea or not in a little bit. But
he actually was wearing the mask now, which looks fine. um, I don't honestly, in general, I don't need characters to be comic book accurate. I don't care. Like, as long as they are a good character in their own right in these movies, and at least generally like have the same general power set. I don't really care like what they look
okay.
like or what they do. It's just
I think for me it depends on the character because like some characters you gotta get the look right, but some characters kind of just like especially when they have weird like for example Scarlet Witch's design like
mm,
I don't need to see the
no.
horn helmet thing like I'm okay with that, but like with Juggernaut it's like okay like how do you not like it's just a big dude cone helmet thing like
Yeah.
so I guess it just depends on the character for me.
Yeah, like but there are just so many people who are like Spider-Man doesn't look like Spider-Man. Like, yeah, he
No,
does.
no, that
Spider-Man
one
looks
doesn't.
like any like
No,
he's
that one,
red.
I'm fine.
He's
Yeah,
red and
I'm
blue
fine
with
with
a
that
spider
one.
symbol. Like what?
It's
Spider
like
symbol isn't big enough. Okay, it's been
no,
small before. You've read
right? And
comics.
that's why because like characters like Batman have had so many different designs and different like shapes of the literal bat symbol. So like that kind of stuff. Like yeah, Spider-Man looks fine to me. Like it doesn't. It makes sense that his suit's a little different because he made a new one right in front of us.
Like I under like it. I'm not even talking like color of their skin, like literally like their outfit they wear. Like I don't care. Unless you're Cyborg in Justice League, that looked bad.
Well, that's not really. I mean, that's not a costume, more just how his body looks, I guess. But
No, that was awful. That was
yeah, it
who
was
thought that
pretty
was a
good.
good idea
Was he wearing like a hoodie for most of it?
for a pretty good part of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
just like, I mean, I get the reason. I was just kind of like, all right,
whatever. Um,
because CGI.
you can't make it look better. And then at the very, very end of the movie, his heroic parts like form together to actually look like the cyborg you all know and love. I love that so much.
And then Booyah, it's like you don't get to say Booyah.
What did you
No,
do to deserve that?
that was not worth it. How dare you say like? It sounds like you're a fit. Like I was like, don't you go Booyah? Like no,
Mm,
you don't earn that. You do something cool first,
mm.
or directly after, whichever comes first,
Or at the same time as
or
just
at the
do
same
something cool.
time.
um,
I love cartoons.
so it's been at least rumored. I don't know if it's actually been officially confirmed, but it's at least been rumored that a War Machine show is in the works,
Interesting. Okay.
which I think is pretty interesting because I think War Machine is a character that like not that he doesn't deserve his own movie, but he
No, you're right.
yeah, he doesn't deserve his own movie.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, you're right.
Trying
Because
to justify it now.
like, would you watch a War Machine? Like, my thing is like, I feel bad
Hmm,
saying this, but like, Black Widow's own movie is kind of like the line.
yeah,
So like, if you're like less significant than her, you don't really get your own movie.
if you like War Machine barely even showed up in Age of Ultron, like you don't get your own
Exactly.
movie.
Barely showed up, and like I know he was around for Infinity War, but no one was ever like, "All right, Rhodey, like go get like like he had a couple good like and he had some good lines, but he didn't like do a lot.
Like he has some great one-liners, but like
Oh my, baby Thanos,
boom, looking for
it's
this.
amazing.
Like he's had a lot of
I was
memorable
like,
lines.
he's like, why do I even talk to you guys? that,
Uh,
that party scene is so funny.
the best scenes in
Oh
all the
my gosh.
MCU for sure.
Right, so casual.
Hmm. But yeah, I think a show suits his tier of character. Like honestly, I would
Okay.
argue that Falcon Captain Falcon deserves a movie more than than
I'm calling him that forever now.
his canon.
Captain, is it really?
I don't mean no, but like
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
fans like to call
I was gonna say, there's gotta be some copyright. That can't be canon.
him.
So I don't know which side the
It
copyright
was
would
not
be on,
using
but
him outside of Smash Bros. So who cares?
Captain, he does have a Falcon kick. But anyway,
um, yeah, I think War Machine show could be cool. Also, the Hawkeye show is in a bit of a turmoil. Maybe there was one report that it was getting put on hold indefinitely, and the very next day Disney said it wasn't. But then Haley Steinfeld, who I think it was her, they were trying to get for Kate Bishop, has some weird contract with I think Universal or some other streaming service happening, where like she can only appear in those shows, but no other streaming service shows, so they might not be able to get her for it.
yeah.
And then like the production of the show was originally going to start in like a couple of months, but now is being pushed back to like September. So yeah. Um,
It's in a funk.
I mean, not that we need a Hawkeye
Hawkeye
show.
was Hawkeye was done. So that was the whole point. Like he's already come out of retirement. What, twice now?
I mean, the idea
Technically.
is that he's essentially teaching his daughter to be the next Hawkeye. So
Right.
I
I mean, we can wait on that though. That's my thing. Cause we got a lot going on right now.
I guess the idea is that all these new Disney Plus shows are going to be building up to a new Avengers thing,
Mm-hmm.
either a show or a movie, and Kate Bishop would theoretically be a part of that.
Okay.
But like Hawkeye just kind of showed up one day, so like who would bat an eye if Kate Bishop just showed up?
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, new Hawkeye, cool. New Archer person, nice.
Yeah,
It's kind of. She's not going to be the heaviest hitter, regardless. So no one's going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. But like,
although it is canon that every time Hawkeye has not shown up to an Avengers fight, they lost. So
this is true. This is true.
which team won Civil War? The team Hawkeye
Yeah,
won.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They
Or at least the team
know.
that didn't lose as badly.
And in the Avengers movie, it's like they didn't win till they got him back. They were losing so badly while he was mind controlled by Loki. As soon as they got him back,
Infinity War, they lost.
he
Was he
wasn't
there
there.
again? Yes. Did they win? Yes.
It's factual.
um, yeah, kind of on the same vein of Hawkeye. Apparently, the Obi-Wan show is also
Yeah,
maybe iffy for some reason, even though everyone involved is saying it's going fine. There
but
are
then
reports that it's not. I
somebody's lying about something.
because Ewan McGregor is still very pumped to do it. He's been on, I think it was Jimmy Fallon or one of the Jimmys, doing an interview about it, and he's still very pumped to do it. But apparently, the script is being rewritten and is going to be shot later than it was originally going to be shot. Which honestly, I think after Rise of Skywalker, I think that's why. I think Rise of Skywalker scared them a little bit. We're like,
Mhm.
we can't just let anything pass. We have to like get this right.
Right, it's
The
got to be
Mandalorian
good.
was perfect. Rise of Skywalker was bad. So we need something that's like people have their expectation for Disney Plus shows very high, and
Mhm.
we know what a bad movie or bad Star Wars content is now. So like we need to work this until it's actually good.
Right, which that's the thing. They have the premise every Star Wars fan's been asking for so long. So it's like you have the premise, you got the guy, you got Ewan McGregor, so you already are good.
Hmm.
But like, if you set this up right, you can be like S tier.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said, we've been wanting this for ever since episode 3 ended, honestly. But
Mm-hmm.
like, literally, the one scenario where the actor being a little older is actually, beneficial to the.
Right. Starts getting a little gray hair in there. You're like,
Good.
Beautiful.
Um, uh, Speaking of characters that we Star Wars characters that we'd love to have a show about, there's also a strong rumor that a Lando show is in the works.
All right.
Him actually, you know, him actually getting his own show. So
Doing Lando stuff. Very cool.
it was
Now,
a
do we know anything about this yet?
no, just rumored that it might be happening.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Donald Glover.
Just
Yeah, that's him. Like
yes.
yeah. I couldn't think of his name, but like he was the best part of Solo, which is not saying much, but he's the
Nope.
best part of Solo. So him getting his own show, which I still I say that, and then I still think back to the very end of Rise of Skywalker when he's sitting next to that one lady, and she's like, "I don't know who my parents are," and Lando's like, "You want to find out?" And then nothing,
Hmm.
as if that's a lead into a show that they're gonna have together. So, but we haven't had any confirmation of that happening yet. But like theoretically, there could be two Lando shows happening at the same time.
What? See, that's doing too
Theoretically,
much. That would be doing too much.
yeah.
It's like you're old Lando, you're Lando, so we gotta like. And then you have cameos between the two somehow. Like this is your older self, or nope, this is me and my memories. Like,
Showing up somehow in both.
yeah, some kind of way to make the overlap.
Sure. um, okay, I think that's pretty much it for Disney stuff. Unless there's anything else you
So
like.
much,
There's actually a couple other stuff I could mention, but we're
so much Disney.
let's give DC a little bit of love real quick. Another nerd news. Um, have you seen today? Actually, Matt Reeves released a camera test of the Batman showing off the suit.
No, I did. Wait, really?
Yeah,
Well,
today.
I
It was
need
a
to look.
30-second video on Twitter showing off what the
Hold
suit looked like.
I need to see that. Okay. Let me see what I'm looking at here. Batsuit revealed hints at dark reboot. Uh, is this the only pic? Is it just the one picture, or is it a
I mean,
video?
it was a whole video.
Okay, I need to find that then. I don't know how I got to Eminem somehow, but I was looking for it. And I was like, and Eminem. Okay, here we go. YouTube. There we go.
It should be on like IGN or something like that.
Oh my god! I just got a weird YouTube ad. Um, okay. Ooh. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all right.
It's
Think it.
very Arkham-esque,
Yeah.
which
Cause
I personally kind of like.
yeah, I like how even like the symbol on the chest kind of looks like the like Arkham Batarangs kind of.
If you actually like freeze it on that frame, you can kind of tell that it at least looks like the bat signal is made out of the handles of a gun split in half.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it does. Yeah, dude, I think that is it.
Hmm.
You
Which
think that's you think that's the gun that he used to kill his parents or something?
Probably, which I think,
Dude, that's actually kind of
which is pretty metal, but like also
yeah.
it's the idea that like his his symbol for fear, the bat signal like is his symbol for fear is also the same, like made out of the same stuff that they are using to attack him with. That's just I think that's very
Some
solid.
super deep stuff. Uh-oh. All
Um,
of a sudden now DC might be putting together something.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, the suit isn't everything. We still need to actually see how Robert Pattinson, sounds. That's like my main thing. If he
Yeah.
sounds good, it's fine.
He's got to sound like Batman, which not an easy task,
And
but
even, I mean, even the BVS Batman didn't really sound like it because they had that weird voice modulator that just
yeah.
didn't like.
I don't know. Let's see what he goes for the look too. He looks kind of. He doesn't look super like in terms of like body style. I didn't see much, but it didn't seem very Batman-esque yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen like a full body shot of him yet. Maybe like
Mm-hmm.
we see the entire body, it'll look a little better. But I will admit, like especially in kind of the neck area, it looks a little off to me. But it
Yeah.
also it's a little weird how like the body seems more plated, but then his head is cowl.
Yeah.
It's I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
Seems almost like unproportional Batman
yeah.
suit-ish. I don't know. But then again, like you said, we haven't seen all of it. We haven't seen his head or how he talks or any. I'm interested to see how it moves also.
Yeah. Yeah, I everything so far about the Batman, I'm pretty excited about. Like actually adapting Long Halloween is something we wanted for a while. you know, every movie has had like hints of it, but actually having like 17 different villains all at once and
Just
actually having it
here
work,
we
I
go.
think, yeah.
Just throw it all together and here we go.
I still don't love Andy Serkis as Alfred, but you know what? It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I always think maybe this is just because of like Claw, but I always think of Andy Serkis as just kind of goofy. And
Yeah,
I don't see Alfred as that kind of character.
Jeremy Irons isn't always the most sane in his movies either.
That's fair.
Have you seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
I've not, but I've heard some
it's a it,
interesting.
it's a it's a movie. But yeah, Jeremy Irons in that movie is just he's kind of crazy. So
Okay.
um but yeah, I think that movie has a lot of potential.
I'm excited to see it. Which, again, it's interesting thing. I don't know. I'm kind of excited for just a new Bat because I just didn't really like the last Batman because I know everyone's like, "Oh, Batfleck is amazing. He looks so great." I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, it didn't really do it for me personally. Plus, the writing wasn't that great either, so it
There
didn't
was some of
help.
his proportions as Batman that just didn't look right to me.
Right? He seemed kind of like I hate saying this, but he seemed kind of like short and like stubby,
Yeah, too
and then
wide
it's
for
like,
how tall he was, and like his chin didn't look
yeah,
right, and just
the proportions were off. Yeah. He looks like a guy in a Batman costume. He didn't like Batman.
obviously that one scene in the warehouse is the best, but outside of that, he didn't really impress me. It was
Mm,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, but I'm hoping this one's a little more cat. It doesn't look like a guy playing Batman. It just looks like Batman.
Hmm.
I guess that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Um, last bit of news. So, a couple of things about the Birds of Prey movie, which recently came out.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually the highest rated DC movie in the more modern era with a 92% Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
At
well,
least
how
it
long
was
did?
when the first reviews came out. 92%.
Right. Oh, well, I right now it's at 79 according to
Shark on that one didn't think to check later. Still,
yeah.
79 is not bad. That's like
That's what I'm saying. Not bad. I just think
still winning
because
out like 70
Rotten.
something. So
Yeah, because with like whenever Rotten Tomatoes things just come out, it's like a billion.
yeah,
Everything's amazing when it comes out. But yeah, we'll see.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. I just remember thinking like, why is this even being made?
Yeah,
But I mean, if it's okay, it's okay. But
I've heard apparently it's not doing great at the box office. A because it just wasn't really marketed super well. I don't really remember seeing many commercials for it.
it was
Like
always.
I remember at the Game Awards, it just kind of showed up, and then
Hmm.
I forgot it was happening at that like up until that point. Like, oh yeah, I guess that is happening soon, and then I haven't seen anything since.
Yeah, and it was marketed weird. It was marketed very much like Harley Quinn the movie with the Birds of
Yeah,
Prey, like which I get it, but
which
like
apparently some theaters are even changing their like are changing it to like if you like go to the go to their website and see what movies are out is actually now called Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
yeah, like even I mean I literally googled Birds of Prey and it's Harley Quinn colon Birds of Prey, so like it's basically the Harley Quinn movie.
Which I don't. That was my fear, honestly, my fear when we first knew that Harley Quinn was even attached to the Birds of Prey. She's never been a
Yeah,
part of this team,
at
and she's just
all.
here now.
And she's a bad guy.
Yeah,
Birds
like
of Prey are not bad guys.
well,
Okay,
it
well,
depends. I think Poison Ivy and Catwoman are a part of it sometimes.
but usually it's like Huntress and Black Canary and Oracle. Like usually, like well, Huntress is kind of depending, but like usually it's at least neutral. Harley Quinn, I don't feel has ever been neutral.
Yeah, and I actually really like how how Huntress looks. It's still a little I don't know what exactly the word is, but like it's still weird how Black Canary is played by a black woman. I'll never that just feels too on the nose to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
I mean,
I don't have a problem with it. It just that just felt like
it just doesn't seem right.
it it just feels like they saw her name is Black Canary, so like okay, we have to make her it's just
You gotta roll with it. Which is how they used to do it, but like this one, like Black Canary is one of the first characters with like Black Canary that wasn't actually like an African American character, which is interesting.
of America in the 40s. So,
Right.
yeah. And and yeah, also like it doesn't help that I just aesthetically I have a thing just generally against like people who have like nose rings. So I
Yeah, I don't like nose rings either.
just
Doesn't help.
no.
Yeah.
um but yeah, it also is rated R, so like it wasn't gonna not everyone can see it like PG-13
Hmm.
movies are, so it's not doing the best at the box office. It's broken even as far as like
Okay.
its production budget. I don't think its marketing budget has if it even had double the marketing, if it even like
Well, I say
did the
it's
general
like.
thing of like having your production budget times two, that's the
Hmm.
overall thing it needs to pass. I don't know. Um, I think it's like an $84 million movie and made 81 million opening weekend, which
Okay,
is
so
okay, but it should be doing better for the momentum the DC movies have been having for not much else coming out right now. It just you know, kind of there.
yeah, I don't really want to see it. I might check it out if it comes on. Like, I mean, well, dang, if it's gonna go on DC streaming service, I'm not gonna subscribe to that, so maybe I won't see it. I don't know.
Yeah. If I kind of almost want to see it just for, if for no other reason than just to see how they actually like do Black Canary and Huntress on the big screen
Hmm.
because these are two characters I've wanted to see for a while. Like I want to see how they actually implement them, and
Right.
I wouldn't want them to be in this movie and then for DC to be like, oh, I guess no one wants to see these guys in a movie anytime soon again. But like that's not the problem here.
Yeah, it's how you presented it. It's not that the characters are bad,
Yeah,
but
but
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I just feel like they're kind of stepping in the wrong direction. Like I realized they had Margaret Robbie, like probably on one of the bigger contracts, so they have to use that. But I feel like they're just throwing stuff together to give her screen time. I'm just like,
Like she didn't
Eh.
need to be in this movie, but they just decided
Well,
to put
my
her in there
thing is,
because she was the only recognizable one, or
well,
whatever.
my thing is, why not just make a Harley Quinn movie? Like, just call it Harley Quinn or something. Like, make it or like Harley and Ivy. Like, that would have been cool. They like,
I would have loved to see that.
right? That could have been like I hate saying it, but like I don't know. Have you seen any of the Harley Quinn like show?
Seen like clips of it, it's hilarious.
It is. It's actually like I was very surprised. I thought it was gonna be really dumb. It's really funny. Like I'm like this would have been a great movie. Like, and they could have done that with like a Deadpool esque kind of vibe to it. Because I mean, between a baseball bat and like mutant plants or something, they would have been. You know, you can do whatever you want. But
No, like especially since Joker, the Joker movie did so well, it would have been advantageous for them to try Harley Quinn now, but oh well.
yeah, yeah, that Joker's kind of. And again, I know that Joker's like different, but
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
Me neither.
I've heard everyone told me that it was like it's an experience to see it, but you don't want to see it twice.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of like I'm good. Like I don't really
I did
like I know
hear
I want
I did
Oscars and
hear that they randomly during the middle of the climax remembered this is the movie set in Gotham. They needed to kill Batman parents again.
yeah, that's what I heard too. Like
Like
everything's going loud, and at the last possible moment, you see Pearl's fall, and I was just like, "What? No!" And he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh,
you
that's
you
just
had a chance to have young Bruce Wayne in a movie without without that happening, but no, randomly does I don't know.
no." I mean, it's still he's got to find out sooner or later. Oh man.
Mm. But yeah, I think I've maybe plans to see Birds of Prey next weekend, maybe. So
Hmm.
I might be able to give some thoughts on it next time.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
hopefully
we'll
it's
see.
at least decent. You know, hopefully at least Huntress and Black Canary and all the others are at least good. So
Hmm.
although I did hear that Margot Robbie actually does the best performance of Harley Quinn yet, which I was only her second one, but
Hmm. The
I'm
bar
saying
is,
that out loud. The only second ones was not a high bar to beat.
yeah, but I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the
Yeah,
first one wasn't the worst performance in the movie,
yeah, yeah.
so
There
there's
were many
that.
other aspects of it that were the worst things in the movie ever, but like
That
her
is true.
specifically was not that bad.
That is true. You know, that movie had a lot going on with it, so this is not terrible. Yeah, so far, I mean, at least it's not. I mean, again, not the greatest movie ever, but another DC movie that's just kind of okay, not bad.
That's fine.
Doesn't hurt me to watch this. Like, assumably that right now. I mean, I'm not sure I haven't seen it, but like assuming so far, like so like just building a decent foundation. Of course, the characters are totally out of order and all that stuff, but
Over that many times before, it's fine.
I mean, I mean, really, we've got Renee Montoya in here. We don't even have like Batman. Like we are like these are like C and D lit
Have a
like
Birds of Prey movie without any version of Batgirl. Like, what are you doing?
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Even
pretty sure
Oracle, like in the background. No, okay,
right?
whatever.
I'm like, all right, so like Batman, Superman, that's like the A list, and the B list is like, okay, like Green Arrow, I thought that. And then C list, okay, Black Canary, and then D list is any like, like so we got like C and D list characters on here,
Hmm.
and like no
Before Green
Batman,
Lantern
no,
or Flash or even Cyborg. Like, come on.
I don't know, but I don't know, like half these characters. I mean, they've been trying to make a Flash movie for years now.
Actually, starting production this summer, so it might actually happen.
Allegedly, there's still time. They'll find something else to cancel. Or new director again, or who knows.
Considering just how long that's been taking to make.
Fastest man alive, and yet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. What do you think of? Do you think this universe is gonna like ever implode? 'Cause I know that was the original thought.
It
That was my original thought.
seems like ever since Justice League came out, it kind of seems like Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, even Wonder Woman 84, they're all just kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah,
Really, and I think that's fine. It's not one coherent universe anymore. It's just kind of these movies existing. And maybe Wonder Woman or even the Batman a year from now, maybe that'll finally like tie everything together, maybe. But like, I think the universe imploded in 2017, and
yeah,
now they're just kind of scooped up what they could from the ashes and just kind of to work with what they had, and it seems they're doing fine so far.
yeah. And that honestly, yeah. I guess that's what's going on. Because like, yeah, like they're kind of making more movies, kind of ignoring the big questions,
Mm-hmm.
and then putting around the outside, which I kind of am okay with, but at
Kind
the same
of,
time, I'm like,
yeah, like it's weird. Like I would have no problem at all with the X-Men or the Fantastic Four or even like multiple different Spider-Man villains just kind of showing up in the MCU
mm-hmm,
without any introduction really. But I don't really feel the same about DC characters. Like I don't. It's weird. Like you said, it's weird that we have like Black Canary and like these other characters in Birds of Prey who were just here and never introduced. Like, or especially, I mean, I think maybe we've already kind of passed that hump of like abrupt introductions from Suicide Squad. Where like, why do these characters exist if their hero doesn't exist in the first place? Like,
right?
but because I think I read that Huntress and Black Canary are like just starting out doing their thing in Birds of Prey, which again kind of undermines the whole idea of Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
But it doesn't matter. The Shield didn't read the comic book. It's fine.
But like they're also if these characters are
Yeah,
just starting out, then maybe there should be some other characters that are also there at the same time. But whatever.
the
Details,
whole
details.
Venom thing all over again, but it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it's at least decent. Hopefully at least a six. It's
Yeah.
better than Venom.
A step up from the standard five. That's something like as long as they don't go from below the floor of a five, like it's not bad. Because like Aquaman, like a five. Shazam, like a
Six,
six or
seven.
seven. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like just even you don't have to have tens on it, but like stay above that floor, kind of build that foundation. Because like when was the last time? Like the last like less than a five was what Justice League. Like even that wasn't bad. Like it was bad, but it wasn't
Viewings, it's bad.
like for what it should have been.
No,
It
for what
was
it should have
bad,
been, it wasn't.
bad.
It was a four, but like it was like 4.5 maybe
Yeah, like it should have been like
two, but
eight up, but like like in terms of like what you would expect from how what they put together and how notable these characters are, it should have been like eight up. But of course, it's terrible and written poorly and reshoots and all that. So like it's not. But since then, Aquaman, like we said, Aquaman 5, Shazam, Wonder Woman 2 still looks good.
mm,
Like, we're consistent, like kind of like we were saying a while ago, like just consistently just okay or better,
yeah.
and that's fine.
And when an
Staying in the lane.
okay-ish movie like Aquaman can break $1 billion, like
That's what I'm. It's all about when you release a movie.
yeah.
I mean,
But apparently
honestly,
February just isn't the best time to release a movie, I guess.
yeah. What's going? I mean, what else is out right now? Because I'm trying to think.
Little Women still out. I don't know.
Oh, um,
Days.
I don't even. I'm just gonna look at movies out now. Um, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, which I thought
Uh,
got delayed to March, but apparently they kept his original Valentine's Day release day.
yeah. Bad Boys
Bad Boys for
3.
Life, yeah. Which
Yeah.
they're making a fourth Bad Boys apparently. Although
Why?
they already used the Bad Boys for Life. Like
Oh dear.
Come on.
I realized that as soon as you said it. And I was like, what do you mean they already? Oh, I get it. Like,
A one last
uh,
ride trope, but like, of course, it's not gonna be the one last ride because it never is.
Fast and the Furious. One last job, one last ride, one last whatever.
Yep.
Doctor Doolittle,
Oh yeah, that movie's bad.
which that thing looked awful. Like nothing about anything I saw from that movie looked even remotely interesting.
Like Robert Downey Jr. can't save that. Sorry.
That's what I was like, what are you doing? Like it's like Doctor Doolittle was weird when Eddie Murphy did it. So like it's really gonna be weird when they try to take it seriously. Let's see. Also, that Call of the Wild one with Harrison Ford looks weird.
It looks bad.
That looks
Like
bad.
it. Yeah, the dog is kind of in that uncanny valley area where like it doesn't look like a real dog, but like it's still impressive by how kind of close to a real dog it actually looks like.
Yeah,
But after Lion King, we're like, that just is a lion. You
yeah.
can't. Look, I hate that movie, but at least the visual effects are phenomenal. I just everything that's
That
not
is a
just
lion.
that animal looks bad to me now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's not too much good stuff out right now.
Yeah.
Only Knives Out, that movie.
Like 1917 is also still out, but like that's been out for a couple of months, I think.
Yeah,
Which looks really
yeah. Okay,
good,
I
honestly.
heard that was really good.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, 'cause that's like that World War movie, right?
all in one shot. Yeah, at least looks like it's one shot.
Whole movies like that. Dude, that's pretty sick. How long is this thing?
The kind of gun that the main character used could only hold 10 rounds. He only shot 10 rounds the entire movie, which is
Are you
just
serious?
I love stuff like that.
The smallest of details that they take. Hey, okay, that's awesome. Benedict Cumberbatch is it Doctor Strange? Looks like it. That's yeah, that looks pretty good. Most epic one-shot movie ever made. Most recently found that.
There's
Oh my
like five ever, but okay.
god. Oh man, that looks awesome. Okay, what else is out? Um, Star Wars, Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 is still out.
Apparently,
Wow.
yeah. There's a showtime tomorrow and 2:05 and 4:45, so it is still in theaters.
In Regal Cinema here?
Well, this is Johnson City. It's probably not Regal Cinema. This is the AMC in Johnson City, apparently. So close enough. Harry Potter, what?
Maybe like a special anniversary showing thing.
Prisoner of
Azkaban.
Azkaban?
Yeah, I
Which
don't know
one is
why
that?
that one. Maybe they're doing like a thing where every week or so, or like every month, they're showing a Harry Potter movie. Just theaters do stuff like that. So
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, I'm like, didn't that come out like 20 years
2003 or something
ago?
like
Like,
oh 05 maybe. I don't know.
yeah,
A while ago.
04, June 4th, 2004.
Hmm.
Because there's what, 8 movies? And like the seventh one's 2 movies or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely Hallows 1 and 2. Okay, so there's Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets,
bad.
Chamber, I've never heard of the third one. I don't, like, then again, I've
Third
never
one's
really,
the best one. It just is the best
the
one.
third one's the best one?
My opinion. Yeah.
Really? Okay. I've seen the first one, but I never read the book. I never really watched the movies because my parents were convinced Harry Potter was evil. So
Oh no.
yeah, yeah. So I missed out on that. But no, I've known most of the names. Like I always heard about like the Goblet of Fire and like Order of the Phoenix stuff like that. But I'd never heard of what is this? The Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah, Azkaban.
I've never. That's the only one I don't think I've ever heard. I almost thought it was a new movie for a second. I was like, what? But I've heard all the other names, but I've never heard of this one.
Hmm,
Interesting.
weird.
And apparently it's the best one. So now I feel bad.
Either that or the fifth one, I think, or the
This
Phoenix are
one.
the
Or the
best.
fan. Yeah, I heard that. A lot of people tell me that's the best one.
Hmm.
You're like, well, they're wrong, but
No, it's like a very close second to me in my opinion. It's just
yeah, that's fair.
I feel just like the way it, but it's in a later second. It's not
Well, I'm gonna
important.
watch. I'm gonna get back because I'm pretty sure these are on Netflix or Hulu or something.
I don't know if they're on Netflix, but
I think they're on Hulu. I've seen one of them on Hulu.
okay.
I know for sure. I'm gonna check. I'm actually gonna check right now.
The thing you have to pay extra for, or
It could be. That's actually true. I didn't think about that. Which I hate that because it still shows up if you like log in,
yeah,
and then you're like, oh wow, I can't believe they have. You're like, oh, I can't believe they have.
like
You know, Harry
They
Potter.
have Iron Man, all three Iron Man movies. No, only Iron Man 2 is the one
Yeah,
you can actually watch.
yeah.
Like,
The one
okay,
I didn't want to
yeah,
watch is the one they have, and it's like, really? Like, I mean, I guess, but you
yeah.
could have at least warned me, or like they'll, yeah, like that's so weird. It's like we'll pick one, but you can tell us which one we get, but we're getting one, and it's like, okay, well, you can have, let's see, Harry Potter. Watch with,
They
oh yeah, only with live. They have the first three, but only if you have YouTube or not YouTube, but Hulu with live TV.
okay. I
So,
assume they're saving them to put on HBO Max because that's at least mostly owned by WB. I
mm,
think. Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because like I think if you get HBO Max, you also get DC Universe for either discount or free or like they're rolled together. I don't know, but
Mm.
yeah, having all of the Harry Potter movies on that service, I think, might be a solid counter to Netflix and Disney stuff.
Oh yeah,
Still not going to get it, but yeah,
but if they did, people would sit there and have their own ABC family weekends. They used to do that like every weekend.
I
It's
think
like,
they still do for literally every single holiday, Valentine's Day,
yeah,
Christmas.
no, I remember it was Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I was just like, guys, we just went through this.
It's Christmas, sure, whatever. Every one of them has a scene set on Christmas, so sure, why not? Valentine's Day, there's some romance, so sure.
Yeah, they got a crush on her. It's fine. It's like, oh, St. Patrick's Day. He's a fourth Irish. Sure, why not? Like, let's go for it. Easter. Hey, this scene has chocolate in it. Like, we'll throw it together.
President's Day, they don't have presidents in the UK, but okay, sure, why not?
Why not? Fine. We'll figure it out.
Mm. Okay. Is there anything else you want to bring up before we call it for the night?
Um, that's about it. That's about it. I do want to say. I do. Oh, there's something I was thinking of. Oh, Clone Wars new season next week. I think
From
it's next
yeah, next
Friday
Friday. Yep.
that it
Yep.
starts coming out. Season 7. Get your Disney Plus accounts ready, people, or whatever pirating site you use, because I don't judge. I usually pirate stuff
I
too.
remember when Disney Plus was first being like talked about. I watched one of our older podcasts a couple of days ago. You said like, you know, I'm probably not going to get Disney Plus for Mandalorian, but I'm going to find ways to watch it. It's like,
Yeah,
and you broke down. I knew you would.
I did. I had to. Like because there's so much stuff I already wanted to watch anyway. So I was like, I gotta get it. It's only 7. And I'm like, it's so funny though, because it's like, what do you think? Like, oh, you're gonna get DC Universe? Oh God, no. Disney Plus? Oh, I'm already subscribed. Like,
Brother has it just because three of his friends got it together. So,
yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess I saw this one meme. I almost said this to you. I want to see your reaction. Actually, I saw a pretty good meme about the new season coming.
of just
Where
of what?
of Clone Wars. It is. It's pretty good. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I think you'll like this.
Okay.
I laughed a little too hard for that.
Yeah, I'm I'm excited. Like
I'm very excited.
literally everything they've seen in the trailer so far looks amazing.
So good.
Um, obviously, Maul versus Ahsoka is going to be great.
Mm.
Um,
Right?
pirates, we don't we don't know what that
I
means.
don't even know what that means. I said that to my friend. He was like, I was literally thinking that when I saw that. Because it's true.
Sorry, Europe, you don't get it yet.
I don't get that. It's such a good joke.
Mm.
I love Hondo.
Jim
Like,
Cummings
I
is just
hate
one of
him,
my
but I
favorite voice
also
actors.
love
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It starts next Friday.
Next Friday, I'm so excited.
Time Disney.
I don't know if it's like at a certain time. I need to look that up.
I think The Mandalorian aired at like 10 a.m. or something like that. Whenever it
Yeah,
came on.
it's probably release date or time. It's just Disney Plus on February 21st. Is
Maybe
there
it's
a
just midnight.
time?
Yeah.
It could be just midnight, but I mean, honestly, that's a Friday. Well, I don't have. Well,
You have
we'll
work?
see.
Mm.
Hmm. Wait. I don't know.
You'll
I guess
see
it
it at some
doesn't say. It
point that
doesn't
day.
really say. So yeah, I mean, I will see it on that day at some point. I'll watch it. Was that the 17th? Okay. Or no, 21st, not 17th.
I
No,
wish it was the 17th.
I also wish it was the 17th.
Originally, it was planning on releasing next Tuesday, but then it got pushed back a couple of days. It
Yeah.
was originally going to be the 18th, but it got pushed back 3 days. But whatever. It's fine.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, with that, we'll see you all next time.
Take care.